Subscribe to Film Companion for your film fix. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.
I just hope I suddenly am not bad at what I do and I haven't lost the mojo. This whole propaganda also, when film becomes a business, uh, there's this whole, you can pay money to get a film written off. You can get people to antagonize it on social media platforms, and stuff like that happens for which I was completely unprepared.
Hello, Vijay Devarakonda. This is Chat Masala with me and Anupama Chopra. I'm going to begin by saying that if someone placed your face next to mine, we could have a hair product ad saying before and after. You know, you're looking like it's all over the place. It's like, what is this? Why is the hair like that?
It's just growing, baddie, sir. Like the hair is one thing, you don't need to do anything. You even through Corona, it grows. It's just growing, and I'm not cutting it.
There are trimmers.
I'm not particularly skilled in using one.
Okay.
Vijay, I think it looks fantastic, and I want you to tell me what are you doing to have it grow in such an amazing, healthy-looking way? Like what are you drinking?
I drink water, some coffee. It looks like it's grown quite a lot. It's quite annoying as well because when you sleep, it's like in your face here, there, and then you're like, just get out of the way. When you eat, it's coming in your way. So you're like, get out of. For the first time in my life, I'm using bands and stuff to keep it in place. But it's amazing to talk to you guys. I was kind of, it's nice. It's nice to see you both are my favorite interviewers, if that's if the vocabulary is right. But I enjoy talking to you guys, and I was just thinking, like when you asked me for the interview, I've been saying no to so many interviews, and I was like, I'm not doing anything, but okay, I would love to talk. I would like to see your faces. But one thing that makes us all talk to you guys is, I think Film Companion has become like the one legit film journalistic. I think you've gained lots of respect among actors, and I think in the future there are going to be so many more people. Like I'll tell you why. I won't feel bad if Film Companion gives me a bad review because I'm like, okay, it seems like constructive criticism. If Baddy sir, you trash my movie, I won't feel bad. Like if Anupama says this movie, I didn't like it, it was a little all over the place, I'm like, oh, next time I need to get it right. If someone else give me a bad review, I'm like, shut the fuck up, what do you know? So when you guys do it, it feels legit. I like you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So sweet.
Yeah, this is like, I mean, I'm not sure where to go from here, but it's like, this sounds like the closing remarks of the interview. But thank you, Vijay. And I'm going to ask you, your life has been on Instagram all through this lockdown. And we know many things about you. You're sleeping 9 hours a day. You're like playing board games with your mother. You're cooking. But apart from all this, are you also looking at films? Are you reading scripts? What's happening on the professional front?
I'm reading scripts, but as a producer, I'm not reading anything with me as an actor. It's been so long this lockdown that I've had like multiple phases. Like my first, when it was a 15-day lockdown, and when it went to 1 month, 2 months, my first phase was like, I'm doing nothing. This is God given. Like sleep, rest, eat. I don't want to move my ass one bit. And that's all I did. But once the 2 month mark hit, then I was like, okay, I'm done. Like I'm done with this. And then that's when I think how serious the effects of this pandemic were, and it became a topic of discussion every day at home, looking at how many lives were being affected, how they were being affected, how it would have affected us if I like a few years back. And so the next phase became about the Devarakonda Foundation and doing something. We did something called the Middle Class Fund. So that took up the next 1 month. And then I was like, shit, I've lost, like, so much money has gone out. Now I need money. So then I'm like calling people and saying, find me ways to like make some money. And there are so many endorsements that I would say no to. I'm not fond of endorsements. And then I was like, it's okay, maybe I'll do that ad, maybe I'll do that ad, because I need some money. The last couple of months have been about, like, the last 1 month I've started reading a lot of content to produce, mainly, and just harassing my producer and Karan and the director, saying bloody, like, get me on a set, get me on a set. So that's been about it. Watching content, I feel like there's so much content out there that you end up not watching anything. It's like too much of anything is not good. There's just too much out there. So I end up not, I'm like, it's lying there. Okay. I know, like, some 100 million terabytes of shows are there. I'll watch it tomorrow. I'll watch it day after. So I end up watching not much unless it comes like highly recommended.
Why do you hate ads?
I'm not particularly fond of, as in, for an actor, and shooting an ad is weird because, I need like a backstory. I need to know where this guy comes from, why, how, what is his relation to this person, why are they behaving this way. So you need so much. I need so much content for me to be able to pull off a scene. That's probably my limitation as an actor, because I need so much backstory, so much this. On an ad, you go to set and straight away you're like, in 30 seconds you have to sell a product. It puts me off as an actor, and there's some stuff I find really silly that I refuse to do. I'm like, no, I'm not going to laugh here, and I'm not going to just say this, and then becomes one confrontation. And somehow we manage to find a balance, but it's just it's just odd. I'm not comfortable in that ad world setting, but I do it. I do it.
Vijay, you're saying that you are not watching content.
Yeah.
But do you think that this whole phase will change you in some way as an actor? Because I was speaking to Nawazuddin, and he said that he's in fact watched so much content that when he gets to the set, whenever he goes back to shoot, he thinks he's going to be a different actor. Now, you're not watching content, but do you think just this phase of not being on a set, or whatever all of us have gone through together collectively, do you think this will change you as an actor?
I hope I'm not a bad actor when I come off this. Like, Nawaz seems to have used this time really well. So I don't know, but I just hope, like, I suddenly am not bad at what I do and I haven't lost the mojo. But I don't know. I didn't think of it so much. I think I'll get to a set and then figure it out from there. And then you have so many people you have the script to help you find it, and you have your director to, like, kind of push you towards it. And yeah, no, I think it'll be all right. I think we'll all be all right. I think we'll all do just fine like before.
But
I just don't want to be wearing masks on a set. I need to see my director's face. I need to see people's face. For me, like, physical contact, seeing someone, I'm like a very physical person. So for for me, it's like really strange. And all the oxytocin I've managed to get is from my dog. Like, I've gotten a little pup, and hugging him gives me that little. He's the only guy I can, like, hug. So I forcefully hug him sometimes, and he's like, get off me. But I hug him for some time, and then I'm like, this feels nice, like some love.
Apart from the mental preparation of an actor, your fighter, which you're doing for with Puri Jagannath, is also, I think it requires a lot of physical preparation from you, right? Because it's a commercial film.
Yeah.
I mean, are you doing the whole 6-pack thing and all that?
The idea is to get a fighter physique. I'm playing a fighter, and the idea is to be in the physique of a fighter. If it means 6-pack, 6-pack. If it means 8-pack, 8-pack. But the thing is, when you look at this guy, you're not seeing his packs. You're seeing, like, fuck, he looks like someone who can beat the shit out of someone else.
Okay.
And for that, that's one thing I had to do through the lockdown. I've been working out nonstop since the last 8 months. you just push yourself. Like in between, I lost motivation. I was like, dude, when there's no end date, like I need an end goal to do anything in life. There needs to be some expiry date for everything. This thing just is dragging on. But then you just shut up and just keep doing it. So yeah. So I've been that's one thing I've been constantly doing, working out every day.
You've also said that this is your most commercial film so far, right?
Yeah.
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 So, and you've made your name in a series of like these edgy, slightly, except maybe for Geeta Govindam, except for that one film. The others have all been kind of a nice, like a kind of, for Telugu cinema, kind of an interesting space. But the route that, I mean, the cinema that all of us grow up on is this very commercial kind of, larger than life kind of cinema. Is that new for you, or do you feel you already know that space because you watch so much of your, senior stars in that space? How is it for you going into that space?
It was very new for me, but this is my most commercial film, but it doesn't mean it is one of the commercial films that you've grown up watching, because this will be like a wacky, edgy commercial film. It will be strange in its own way. It is still my kind of film. Like when I heard it, I knew this is something I wanted to do as an actor. I didn't want to do it I want to do a commercial cinema. That was not the checkbox it clicked. It was the box that it clicked, like as an actor, I want to do this film. It happened to be very commercial because of the director's sensibilities, but still, it'll be very different from a lot of his films as well. And it's like a very wacky, edgy commercial film. So it'll be interesting. And I was definitely in, uh, it was a new experience for me. The physicality of the acting is a little different. The energy that goes into it, or the volume this actor speaks at sometimes, it's not me. But then lots of characters I did aren't me. You do it. That's my job as an actor, and it's fun. And this set like re-energized me in some way. Like doing this film, I felt like it felt good.
You mentioned the director, so I just have to ask you quickly, what is your favorite Puri Jagannath film?
Has to be Pokiri.
Okay.
Has to be
That's
Pokiri.
everybody's I think. Okay.
Pokiri.
But Vijay, speaking of larger than life, I did a webinar with S.S. Rajamouli, and he said that, of course, people will go back to theaters as and when they open, and they will still clap for when, Salman takes his shirt off. But now, because we've spent so many months, kind of consuming content online, which presumably is a little more sophisticated than what we normally get in theaters, he says audiences will evolve and they will want to know, why is he taking his shirt off? Do you have a sense that audiences will also change when we go back?
I think, see, for sure, they've been forced by the circumstances into this new habit of watching content on television or on digital, and because of this, they've been exposed to a lot of new kinds of content and skill in filmmaking and storytelling and stuff. So I think subtle changes, these were changes that were eventually going to happen. I think these are changes that are already that have happened in the West and in Europe and stuff, where only certain spectacle films or certain larger than life films pull the audience. Like there needs to be a certain level of excitement around a film to get them to the theater, and the dramas and stuff get watched on. They don't necessarily excite you enough to make that journey uh, to a theater with a group. I think more social viewing films, like films you would enjoy watching with your family or with a bunch of friends, uh, will be the ones that will pull you into a theater. I think this pandemic would have catalyzed that change in people. About will they want to know the logic behind
Yeah,
why
will
this
fighter
actor?
need logic?
It's tight. Fighter is tight on logic.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there is no logic, I can't perform. It's like one full stop for me. like if then I have to sit and say, but why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? And then I get stuck. I get stuck. So it's really tight. Like everywhere, it's super tight.
But do you think, generally speaking, will people want logic?
I think wanting logic is a good thing.
It is a good thing,
Like,
of course.
yeah,
Of course.
it is a. I hope they do. Like, it's a good thing if they do. It'll challenge our writers to write better and take less. What do they call it? Cinema.
Cinematic liberty.
Cinematic liberty. I hate that word. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
when every time you speak in your interviews, Vijay, you give a very strong sense of like really, really caring about the script and the arc of your character and your across several interviews I've seen this, that you repeatedly go back about what this is, and even now when you're talking about fighter, you're talking about strong and logic and things like that. So when a film doesn't do well, like world famous Lover, does it make you step back and maybe think, what went wrong in my calculation? Why? What happened between the film that I thought, obviously, you were kicked about doing something like that, but then when it doesn't work, what is the space that you find yourself in?
You know it, Baddy sir. You know it day one of shoot. You don't need to wait for the film to kind of fail. Like, you know it. Like, I knew World Famous Lover was World Famous Lover right through shoot, right through the promotion, right through the release. And as an actor, I have certain responsibilities towards my producer, towards my co-stars, towards my director, and you just try to see it through. And you know in your head that the mistakes you've made then you will not do ever again, and hopefully you won't. But yeah, yeah, you know it right
But
through.
but Vijay, if you know it on day one of shoot, can you not change things?
You try, and a lot of effort results in the product being what it was. If you let it be, you would have seen like a whole other version itself, which would have been far better or much worse, is debatable. Like, we wouldn't know. I think it would have been like, I think with all effort, we made it the best product that we could have to come on screen, because I have a responsibility as an actor towards my audience. We are in a country where people come, your face is everywhere. I think cinema is a director's medium. The director, he controls it, but the ticket is being sold on an actor's face. And if it goes south or if it becomes a hit, it affects me the most, or any actor in the film the most. So you have to do all you can. And I feel like when people are waiting for your film and queuing up to buy a ticket, I feel I have to give them the best. Like, it has to be acceptable in some sort of way to me. I should know that I've given it my all. Beyond this, I couldn't do anything. So these are all things that happen behind, which people never see. Won't know the sleepless nights and the fights and the tears that go behind making a film. But yeah, they don't need to know. They're there to watch the film. Yeah.
But what about something like Dear Comrade, right? I really like the movie, and it's a lot of people apparently did like the movie, but somehow it doesn't seem to have been that big a success. What happened there? Because would you still say something similar happened there?
Dear Comrade was a film I was very confident about. Uh, I I don't think it's a I don't think it's I think it can be better. I think there were lots of things that could have been better, which in hindsight we could have worked on it. But we were satisfied. It was a product that we were very attached to and we were very happy with. So Dear Comrade was a film that affected me a lot. That was a film that affected me for multiple reasons. One was it not doing well, and uh, two were uh, there is this whole propaganda also. When film becomes a business, there's this whole you can get you can pay money to get a film written off. You can get people to antagonize it on social media platforms, and stuff like that happens, for which I was completely unprepared, because I came as this young boy who wanted to be an actor, and I was doing films that I liked, enjoyed, and then I realized the whole business aspect, the industry, the politics that surround a film. That put me off, but uh, that affected me. And then I got over it. I was like, this is how the world is. The world is fair to none. It's like this. You have to fight. It's like the jungle. You have to fight for your survival, and you do what you have to do. And some decisions I made. Some decisions were made then, and yeah.
What
Let's
decision?
see. One decision was, I think that day I decided I will do a film that is I I I decided I'll do a film that reviewers have nothing to do with. I was like, I'm removing these middlemen from the equation. It's between me and my audience. I'm going to do cinema, and I'm going to do such kind of cinema that you can blindly believe that Vijay Devarakonda will deliver, and just come to him, irrespective of if they give you a 1 star or 4 star or 5 star, and I will guarantee the quality of a film. That means it's an additional responsibility of making sure you choose the perfect scripts, that you choose the best directors, the best technicians. It's a whole lot of work, but I decided to not be vulnerable to people who don't want to see you doing well, or any other reason they might have. I decided that that's something that needs to be removed out of the equation. You enjoy doing cinema, do the best goddamn cinema, and it's just you and the audience henceforth. That is a decision I took, and Fighter is the first film that I picked post making that decision, and there are two other films post that, all made with this new mindset of mine.
So
Not everyone is. See, I feel like not there's no qualification, no, like reviewing is, people have opinions, everybody has an opinion, and having an opinion as an individual, I'm okay with opinions. Having an opinion as an individual is okay, but when you're coming as a journalist from a organization and then putting across this opinion, and you're not even maybe qualified for it, you haven't even watched enough cinema, or you're getting paid to write something, then doesn't work for me. I don't think it's a healthy system for cinema itself. So that was an issue I was having locally.
but Vijay, the reviewers are still going to be there. You're just saying that what you're going to do is pick something that is sort of review proof.
Yeah, that is not sensitive to reviews. Yeah, that's review proof, to be precise.
Wow,
Yeah,
nice.
that's the goal.
That's the goal. The goal is Barry to make us redundant.
Yeah, yeah, he wants to.
I still enjoy reading good reviews.
No, so I think he basically said those nice things because he's planning this plan, and now he wants to, like, basically shove us out of the, so now he's kind of, the true thing has emerged.
But Vijay, tell me, how do you deal with failure? Once Amir had told me that it's very necessary to mourn a failure. So like I asked him, I said, what do you mean mourn a failure? Like literally cry? And he said, yes, you literally sort of weep and get it out of your system. Are you that actor, or are you an actor who's very sort of detached and zen-like about whether a film works or doesn't work at a box office?
It affects you for sure. I don't think you have to consciously mourn. Like, I don't want to mourn, but your body is mourning. Like, you're mentally, like, I'm like, dude, don't mourn, but you're mourning. It does affect you. But it's like max 3 days. Like, 3 days you think about it. You don't want to make similar mistakes again, but you know why you chose a film. Like, I'm very particular when I choose so I don't feel any failure is, I think in the end, misjudgment by me, so it's my fault, and if it lies in me, I can correct it. Like it's in the end, any film is not forced upon me. I chose that script, I chose the director, I chose to go ahead with it. So you just decide that next time don't do these things if you don't want to feel this way. And one thing like I decided that unless I completely love the director and the subject, before I was in the zone where if I would like an idea, I would be able to risk it all. Like even I would be like, we'll work with the director, we'll put in effort, we'll get a bunch of people to, because we came from that background where we would all like Pelli Chupulu was a bunch of new boys, me, Tarun, or be it Arjun Reddy, or be it Dear Comrade or Taxi Wala. Most of these films, I would listen. I like the idea behind it, and I I would just like we'll get it done. If the idea is there, we'll get it done. But now I'm like, I don't want to take this load. My dad told me, load mat le beta, load mat le. So so I decided to put the energy towards more appropriate things, like be it your physicality, be it you as an actor, you performing, and you getting things right more than other trivial things. Like there have been films where I have to look into things from background actors to costumes to you have to do it all just so that you get like a half decent product. I decided not to put myself through stuff like that.
So now you're looking at projects which are maybe bound scripts and that come with more support in that sense.
Yeah. I'm giving it my all. You need to add to me. Don't pull me down. Like anyone who's ready to add to my effort, please come on board. If I have to pull you guys around, no, I don't have the energy for that stuff anymore. I've hit 30.
And how old is that? Oh my God.
Yeah. Like
Daddy and I are
30.
not getting into this age conversation, okay?
Vijay, you just brought up your age. Now, I'm going to ask you a question that kind of sounds gossipy, but it's actually not a gossipy question at all.
Okay.
Recently, when somebody asked you, like you've been saying this, when say when you're asked about your relationships or whatever, you say that's off limits because you say that you don't want to your life to become entertainment. But that's certainly understandable. But one thing about life today for an actor, whether you're on Insta or whether anywhere, is that isn't all your lives, that is any actor's life, now basically some sort of entertainment, because it becomes fodder for, like, you put out a like you're playing a board game with your family, you're with your brother, you're with your mother, you're making mango ice cream, you're playing with your dogs. All of this is kind of becomes something that you're putting out to the world, which has nothing to do with your films, right? So explain to me why something like a relationship would be off limits. Like why should that? I mean, why would you consider that thing alone to be not entertainment?
Not just relationships, Badi sir. I actually left to me, I would not be on social media at all. I would not. I would just have my movies. I would just have like my movies out and do the promotions and not post anything, not talk about anything beyond. But I think the need to be on social media came as a requirement for surviving as an actor. It became like you do not have a system to support you. You do not have people who will promote your film or who will talk about you. You need to do your own shit. And then I realized that I have to maintain a connect with my audience. I need to let them know. So it started off as a need to, as a survival technique for my career, and as me as an actor, and for me to be able to do the films I want to do and to be able to get them out. So it was just like ammo I had, and I want to restrict it to that. So I get pressure from my social, like I don't have any of the apps on my phone. Some of my friends handle it, and they're like, dude, it's been 1 month since you posted something, send something. I'm like, I don't have any pictures, please take one. I'm like, next time something happens, I'll even this real man thing was something I would have never done. I very reluctantly did it because it was an industry thing. My dear friend Sandeep Reddy Vangai was jobless at home, and he decided out of his boredom to do real man and tag Rajmouli Garu, and it became like one waterfall from there. It triggered like one chain reaction, and I got nominated by a senior director, Shiva Kortala Garu, and it feels rude to not when someone's taken your name out and he's such a accomplished person. So then I was like, okay, now I got to do this. Then I was like, but I'm putting no effort. I don't wash dishes at home. I'm not doing dishes. I don't sweep the floor. I'm not sweeping the. I wake up, I fold my blanket. I was cooking and I play video games. I was like, Anand, I have my younger brother, so I like just get this stuff and we'll put something. So it was very reluctantly done.
And it was
I
all
hate
true.
these challenges.
You really do make your bed.
I do. Even till I grew up in a hostel. So in hostel, we have to make our own bed. We have to even sweep our room, which I'm very glad I don't have to anymore. But my bed I make, and I like my room. I like it like super clean. Like I don't like clutter. I don't like anything off. So I keep it. I keep it.
Are you very organized as a person?
Yeah, I like my clothes in one particular way. I like my bed clean. I just like it clean. Otherwise, it makes me restless. I feel irritated. I like everything to be clean and minimal and stuff like that. Yeah.
Vijay, you said in an interview that whether it's buying a house or producing a film or launching a clothing line, what you're trying to do is sort of influence a new young generation and change them. And I was wondering, how do you want to change the younger generation?
I talk some random stuff, no, sometimes. Changing the generation. I don't think
This was one of those.
Yeah, I think I'm in some mood someday and I'm like, let's change the gen. Then someday I'm like, dude, no one's changing for nothing. Just live your life, have a good life and get lost. Nothing matters. Like, did I want to change the generation? Yeah, sometimes. I don't know. Like I'm a really confused boy. This is one thing I'm very sure about. And the thing is, I have this condition, and it's can't stop. So the condition is can't stop. I can't stop thinking. I can't stop fighting. I can't stop doing. I can't stop believing. That's what makes me want to do these things, like be it the foundation or be it talking to the audience that follows me and trying to give them two bits of what worked for me. I think, yeah. So that's where it comes from. But Anupama, I don't think I answered your question at all.
Well, you explained where it comes from, but how do
How
you
do
want
I?
to change? Yeah, what would you like to see happen?
I would like I would like people to think. I think at this right now, at this moment, one thing I want people is to think for themselves. Like just uh, don't form opinions based on the circus that is around. The world's become one huge circus, which like I've I disconnected because it was beginning to frustrate me. I was like, screw this. I'm not. I'm leading my life. I'm not paying attention to this. But I think the biggest power is to be able to think for yourself. From like even everything I say, I question even myself. Like when I say something, I'm like, how the hell could you say that? And only when I still believe it do I stick on to it. I change my opinions. One day I say something, if I see a better reason to something, I believe it. But I feel like we're in a world where we try and fit everything into our perspective. Only information that feeds us, we try and grab it. Anything else we are against, and it's like one war zone.
Listen, we can't end on such an existential note, so I
Yeah.
have to ask you, why do
Yeah.
your dogs have their own Instagram accounts?
My mom really likes to share. My mom lives my mom's a person who loves people. She was a teacher once and stuff, but she doesn't get to meet as many people now. Uh, so she kind of feeds off interaction on social. I don't even think it's healthy, but she spends a lot of time like talking to people through her social media. And my mom thinks Storm is a human. My mom thinks he's a he's like me, because she tries to get him to say Sai Ram and stuff. She'll be like, say Sai Ram. I'm like, Mummy is a dog, like he can't talk. She's like, no, there's something. She believes she will not let us. If he Storm is 70% angel, 30% evil. So when he goes into his devil mode, I get really annoyed and I feel like giving him one whack. But my mom, oh my God, she will throw a fit to another level if we even talk rudely to him. She'll be like, no, he's a baby. You can't talk like that to him. So I think it's part because my mom records so many memories of him. And her explanation is that this is how I want to remember. Like she says she goes back to the profiles to go through everything she's posted,
It's
and
for
she
her.
spends, it's like her album. It's
Right.
like her album, but then it's public in
Yeah.
some way. But yeah, she wants to share it with the world and go back every night and look at what all, because he'll grow up soon. He won't be the little pup that he is now. He's already growing massively.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it's like a album, but yeah.
Well, I'm a big dog lover myself. I completely relate to it.
This is the first time. I've never thought I'll get like, this is something the pandemic did to me. I was never a pet person. I didn't even ever consider it in my life. But now, every morning, everyone wakes up. First, we go and visit whosever room where everybody is. All from their rooms, they go and visit Storm. Like, where is Storm? How did he eat? How did he poo? What did he do? This is what we do.
And did you name him Storm? That feels like a name that must have come from you.
Yeah, I did. I did name him Storm.
It's perfect. You would have a dog named Storm.
No. Dog named Storm Devarakonda. So
yeah, Storm Devarakonda.
Vijay, this has been so much fun. Thank you for talking to us, even though you said you are not doing anything.
But I really look forward to seeing you guys in person. Hopefully,
absolutely.
Hopefully soon. Keep doing the good stuff that Film Companion is doing, because in the clutter out there, this is something that's making sense in some sort of way. If every actor out there is ready on one text to give an interview and is enjoying talking to you guys, there's a reason for it. And I think eventually in all this clutter, people will know where to go through, where to go to get some good information. So yeah, I'm glad we have Film Companion, and yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's so lovely. Thank you so much. And I hope you find, lots of good movies to make soon, and we see them on screen soon.
Yeah.
Yes, I can't wait for people to see it.
And I hope you get back to set soon and discover your mojo again. So that's something that we all.
Yeah. If I forget acting, I'm screwed, and I'm going to get really horrible reviews from both of you. Especially since I've said I want to remove reviewers from the equation. I'm going to get thrashed left and right.
That's going to be the headline that's picked out from everything else. That's going to be the headline. Vijay Devarakonda says no more reviewers. That's something.
Oh no, I would like to send all my love to reviewers. I really love you guys. Please. Oh no, I don't. But I hope you all enjoy the movies.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you like this video, please like and subscribe to Film Companion.